Can you tell me what chiropractic is all about? I'm sure if you're sitting there today, you have a pretty good idea. I'm amazed, however, how easily the message gets lost when you need to explain chiropractic to others. And what about a challenge of a serious health crisis? How quickly do people forget about the power of chiropractic care? That is why we're going to join Dr. Liam Schubel so he can remind you why chiropractic is such an amazing thing. Let's join him now. And remember, you're never too old, too young, or too anything to learn something new that can change your life or someone else's forever. Dr. Schubel?
So what is chiropractic about? You know, most people think chiropractic is about back pain or neck pain, but that really couldn't be farther from the truth. Did you know that chiropractic is really about expressing life at its optimum potential? Why is that? Well, chiropractic focuses on allowing the innate intelligence of the body to express itself. What is that innate intelligence exactly? Well, the innate intelligence is that organizational capacity that your body has at birth. For example, if I cut my finger, what's going to happen in 2 or 3 days naturally, without me even thinking about it, to that cut? It's going to heal, right? Well, what organ controls all that healing, all the healing that has to take place at this cut? What is it that controls that? The brain, right? Isn't it the brain that's communicating constantly with every cell and tissue and organ in our body? It is, right? Well, what could interfere with that capacity to heal and function optimally? Wouldn't a bone out of place in my spine, putting pressure on the spinal cord or a nerve, wouldn't that interfere with the communication between the brain and the body part? Well, that's exactly what chiropractic is based upon. You know, most people think that chiropractic is some kind of belief system. We have faith in the chiropractic adjustment or the faith in chiropractic. Chiropractic is really based on common sense. It's based on common sense that the brain, when it's 100% connected with the body, can function and heal the body at its optimal potential. So what is it that causes interference then in the nerve system? Well, during the course of our lives, we all have accidents. We all fall down. How many times have you fallen down when you're trying to ride a bicycle, for example? We've all had, at least most of us have come into this world through birth, through natural childbirth. And you know, there was an interesting study that the doctors used to pull, when they pull on the head of the baby during the process, the birth process, they use an average of 30 to 40 kilos of pressure to take that baby out of the mother. That can cause the bones in the spine to move out of position and put pressure on the delicate spinal nerves. So you literally could have a bone out of place putting pressure on a nerve from birth. But so many people don't know about this, so they never get checked until they're 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. And by that time, they have a tremendous amount of degeneration in the spine and nervous system and the organs that those nerves give life to. So this is the vital importance of chiropractic. It is checking the spine to see where bones are out of place, putting pressure on nerves, cutting off the life force that flows from the brain down to the organs, cells, and tissues of your body. We call those bones out of place, putting pressure on the nerves, we call that vertebral subluxation. Fancy word, but all it means is just that. The points on the spine where the nerve interference is taking place and cutting off your capacity to heal and function optimally. Now, who could benefit from chiropractic care? Only 2 people can benefit from chiropractic care: people with spines and people with life forces. If you don't have a spine, we can't help you. If you're dead, we also can't help you. But if you have a spine and a life force, well then we can certainly help you as chiropractors. Who needs chiropractic care? Everybody with a spine and a life force. Now let me ask you another question. Do you love your children? I'm sure the answer is yes. If you love your children, wouldn't it be important for you to take them to a dentist to get their teeth checked, right? You wouldn't want them to have cavities. You would want their teeth to function optimally, wouldn't you? Well, let me ask you another question. Are your children being checked by a chiropractor? You love them, don't you? Wouldn't you want their spine and nervous system to be functioning optimally? Wouldn't you want the system, the nerve system, that controls and coordinates every cell, tissue, and organ in their body, that controls their development and growth throughout their youth, wouldn't you want that system free of any interference? Of course you would. Maybe no one's ever told you this story about chiropractic and how it can help. It is so vital, especially nowadays. We see children that are sleeping wrong, that are working hours and hours at the computer, playing these video games in bad posture, bad position. They're falling off their bicycles. They're learning to walk. They're falling down. All those different stresses and micro traumas cause the delicate bones in their spine to lose their proper position and put pressure on the nerves, which cuts off that life force from the brain to the body and limits the capacity of those children to function and heal optimally. This is the vital importance of getting your child checked by a chiropractor on a regular basis. Not just when they hurt. You bring your child in to get checked to make sure the brain is connected 100% to the body. That's what chiropractic is all about. You tell your family, you tell your friends, and you tell the people you work with the story about chiropractic. And together, we can liberate the potential of this planet.